I actually have celiac disease, which is not a food allergy, it's an autoimmune disease. So if I ingest even a small amount of gluten, like 1/350th of a slice of bread, I can get extremely sick. It's not just a tummy ache, it will lead to other issues, and it actually is symptomatic throughout my whole body. Even a small amount will make me sick for 2 weeks. Now, why don't I just eat gluten-free? Guess what? I do. But it's not so simple. In the United States, gluten is not labeled on a label like it is in Europe and Australia and New Zealand. We have to look for hidden ingredients. And even if it was something that was maybe derived from a gluten-containing ingredient, natural flavors would be a good thing. In Europe, it would say parentheses gluten around that. We have to guess, or we have to call the manufacturer. When we go to restaurants, it's also not labeled. And they may say things like, I went to a restaurant recently and they had a baked cauliflower. Like, of course that's gluten-free. Well, thankfully the server that served me also had celiac disease, and he said, you can't have that because they fry it, and they fry it in a shared fryer. So that again isn't safe for me. So a fryer where they're frying chicken strips and onion rings is transferring gluten into the oil, and that would get on my cauliflower and it would make me sick. We also don't necessarily have a high level of standards in a lot of places for handling. So a server may touch something and then touch my food. That's going to make me sick. So that's why I have this beautiful girl, because she checks all my food for me. The last thing she checks for me is medicine. So I have gotten sick from gluten in medicine because, again, in the United States, our medicines are not labeled. I have a whole playlist for gluten and medicines. My gluten detection dog checks all my medicines for gluten, because when you're sick, you don't want to even be any sicker. And the last time I took medicine before she was trained, I was sick for 2 weeks after I took 2 pills. 2 weeks from a tiny amount of gluten. So that's why I have a gluten detection dog. What questions do you have about gluten detection dogs? Leave it in the comments. And if you're not following along, I'm Kendra. I talk about living gluten-free with the gluten detection dog. Follow us.